Office work could be.
Everybody good? Is everyone fine?
Yeah, George. We are not good, but we are good. Yeah.
Yeah.
How we gonna do?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me say welcome to everybody. It's been an interesting Sunday evening.
Yeah.
But maybe one in which we left too much to do against the very good side of Manchester City. So let's say good evening to all those who are joining us on YouTube. We're live on YouTube at the same time. BluesStand's GH official review center, official group for the Ghana Chelsea supporters. And I'm sure as you guys would have realized that we have like the largest following as well on Twitter at the moment. We're heading into sevens, clearly above all the other groups. So this year we are hoping to formalize everything. Mercedes IE is very much in charge of this, and so we're going to slightly have a different style in the way we go about all our programs. We're going to be really back on it, and I told you as we're looking for other presenters and everything. So we're going to have official reviews and official previews to the match day, and the YouTube channel is going to be as active way than we did this year. So it's going to be a lot more exciting. And then we're going to have sessions where we have, the top guys. Maybe we have Mercedes Aye and Michael Lacey, and they will just do their discussion. We call something the Blue Lion Review. It's going to come back big. So there's some of the days when you join this and all you do is just listen to the guys who are playing or who have got more insight to us from the bridge. We'll take a seat, and then we'll put the questions to them, and then they will answer. And we have something also called the Bridge Report, which is going to come, the Bridge Report. Somebody who's going to be giving us the inside info of what's happening at the Stamford Bridge. We always report after the game from the Stamford Bridge. So there are a lot of things to look forward to this time and this year. Hopefully the team would be going alongside the energy of the BluesStand in Ghana. So let me say welcome once again to everybody who's joining us. Let me check again on YouTube if we've got a few friends joining us. Okay, now that I've seen some people are watching right now. Okay, right. So thank you very much, guys, for joining us. And as always, we have stopped, and people have been asking me questions about why we don't make the link available on Twitter and on Facebook. We stopped doing that because when we put it on Twitter and Facebook, it's easy for the Manchester United fans to come in and bomb the show like they've been doing. So you can just have a rival fan just clicking the link, and his job is just to come and destroy what they are discussing. You just come and put something in there. I think we had 1 or 2 instances like that last year. So happy New Year to everybody! But the New Year has started well. Clearly, it started with a lot of work to do. And to be fair, I was ranting on Facebook, on Twitter, and stuff when the game was ongoing. But I sat down and I was just thinking that but as Chelsea fans, we gave ourselves too much to think about. We gave ourselves too much to believe. I mean, starting from the first point, believing that too much hope. Too much hope. Believing that we could be Man City itself was a problem for Chelsea fans. But we had to believe because of the situation we found ourselves in. Because if you can't beat Aston Villa and you can't beat West Brom and you can't beat the teams who are lining up against you, you don't have a chance against Manchester City. And we were expecting a kind of race we didn't get. Remember, we lost to Arsenal and all of that. So it's maybe just piled on, but it gives us a chance to then talk about what the real issues are. In today's game, I did not understand the pattern the players wanted to. And for 7 games running, it's clear to me that we are not sure about what to do with the football when we have it. We have about 10 or 13 passes that are mainly backward, and there's no long pass. There's no pass that is forcing the opposition to run or is going to give a player of Chelsea in the attacking position to run and give ourselves the chances. Even when the strikers have the ball, they keep on passing backwards, and there is a lot of unnecessary passing in our game right now. If I gave you 20 Chelsea passes, you will sieve it and take only 3. That makes sense, in terms of forward. And even the passes that are going back, they are always endangering themselves with the passes that are going back. Was it the second goal of Manchester City? Somebody's supposed to see the ball. Kante, he hits the ball and he hit a pass into absolutely nowhere. So we've got a serious problem with passing. And when a team has a serious problem with passing and having to lift the ball from the midfield into attack, it is not about the players. It's about the coach and the way he wants to go about things. And that's why it's clear again that today Lampard has been the guy everybody's talking about. Players are individually having so much to think about. How Timo Werner will attempt a corner kick and smash the flag just when he's supposed to give a simple pass shows you that they are thinking about so much. I mean, they are so confused in their brains and there's so much not going well for the team. So I'll just go around and find out from you guys what you made of the game. I think it was a very poor game, clueless, we're naive. And to be fair, it is not far away. Yeah, it is not far away from what we have been doing the last 7 games. So today was probably bringing us to the level when we had played against a very top opposition, because even when they were attacking us, sometimes the players were standing and watching. They will stand in 2 banks of 4 and watch Man City drive the ball in. The Kevin De Bruyne goal, Raheem Sterling runs with the ball there and he hits the ball, he comes back, he hits, and Chelsea players are still watching and waiting for the goal to be scored, and the goal is definitely scored. I think Man City were not clinical. If they were clinical, they should have won this game by 6-0. We should have really up by 5-0 in the first half. That's where we got it. So welcome everybody. Let's begin the analysis. Let's begin what you guys have made of it. It's difficult for me to single out players right now because certainly players are thinking and there's so much on their minds, and Mendy is becoming something else. It's all part of it. My first take is that we were hoping against hope. I mean, we're going to be with the kind of form we have. If we couldn't beat Arsenal and we couldn't beat these guys, we're just hoping too much. I think the best thing in this game should have been a draw, but the way we started was very poor. Ebenezer, thank you very much for joining me. How are you doing? Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Are you good?
I'm yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. You have to find the level. It's difficult. It's very difficult. So let's start with, I mean, what were your expectations ahead of this game? I should say, Ben. What were your expectations?
Well, a friend asked me before the game that any scoreline for me. I said no. Looking at the way you performed previously, nothing good. So I don't have any positive any positive mind going into the game. Definitely, it's either we lose or we draw. And lo and behold, in fact, what I was expecting was a loss, and then we lose. So there was nothing different according to the way I thought or the way I was thinking. And I don't know, but the performance of the team is not encouraging at all. Nothing positive in the squad. I wouldn't say in the squad, but nothing positive in the way we play. George, I said that with Frank Lampard and his 4-3-3, able to beat some lowest 2-3 teams, we think that is all. And then anything that we need, 4-3-3. 4-3-3 is not working anymore, but we are not ready to change. I saw Pep Guardiola playing for 4-2-3-1 today, but we stick or we start to play our 4-3-3, which was not working. Our midfield was very weak today. There was nothing from the midfield to the strikers, and man, I don't know what is wrong, but Frank Lampard has nothing to offer. That is my decision for now. He has nothing to offer to the team or the players. You have these talented guys. They were performing very well at their various clubs before they came to Chelsea.
Yeah.
Even our Pulisic and then the Mason Mount and things, they performed very well last season. So why all of a sudden, after getting all these talented players, things are not still not working? It's bad, and then it is very sad. And there's no any motivation to the players. So George, I don't see something different. I don't want to expect any different things than to be losing and then be drawing games until he's being sacked.
Yeah.
That is what I can say for now.
Well, yeah. Let me come to Miss G. Miss G, how do you see the game? What's your expectations ahead of it?
Oh, George. In fact, I expected loss. And like you said before, Man City even spared us because we are just lost. The entire team is lost because the leader of the team has no clue what he's doing or what he wants to do. So, like you're talking about the players, you see, they are confused because I think they've been misused too much. Now they do not know what their coach is about. So me, I actually didn't expect us to even score a goal in this game. I think Mendy is not being managed well. Clearly, he got overconfident, and then the mistakes or the capabilities in him also started showing. And Lampard is lost because by now he should know that Mendy needs, I don't know, maybe he just needs to be managed well. I don't know whether it was complacency that set in and now everything is going down the drain, but the leader is lost and those following him are also lost because they do not know where they are going. And next games, I don't expect us to do anything better. If we end up being 10th or below, I won't be surprised until Lampard changes or until Lampard is dropped. Nothing good can come out of us because you are in a game, you are losing. Any other coach would want to score. I don't know. You remember some time ago, I asked if Lampard studies his opponents before we played them. How do you go and play a whole Man City with 4-3-3? It's not working, and you are sticking by it. In fact, I stopped watching the game because I was scared that maybe the goals will be uncountable. And of course, I caused trouble in my circles. So I did not want to associate myself with the game anymore for any hot fire to be dropped on me when the game is over. Yeah. I can't even go to WhatsApp now because the trolling is just too much. Yeah.
You know what? It's another thing that Pep Guardiola did, and it exposes again how inexperienced Lampard is. And you remember that in his setup, when he played the false nine, our defenders were confused actually who to pick. And Thiago and Zuma if you realize what's happening behind, they were just confused about who to pick because the movements were just too much for them. And because Eben mentioned that the midfield was weak, you don't give Ike Gundogan that chance. Like, he had so much time to he eventually had time to be watching how beautiful the Chelsea attack, our Chelsea defense is, and where to place the pass, and he can make a run. I mean, it was Cesar Azpilicueta also had a very bad game, but look, it was, and that's where you expect an experienced coach after coming on and realizing that, for instance, your center backs having a problem dealing with a 9. That's where you needed a bit.
It's not working.
Yes, your game plan immediately must change. And see, you should have seen the ease with which Pep Guardiola granted his interview. He says, "You need to do anything." Pep Guardiola says, the lady went on and on like a long question, and Pep said they didn't need to do anything. They just needed to keep playing. They were waiting for Chelsea to come. He says there was nothing, no threat for Chelsea.
Yes,
Chelsea is just not coming, and all they need to do is keep on passing. Just keep on passing the ball because there was no threat from Chelsea, and that's coming from a coach like Pep Guardiola, and he was clear in saying that there was no threat from Chelsea against Arsenal. How many threats from Chelsea?
And it's true. It is not true.
Our players were not shooting.
It's so true. It's like
they've got a goalkeeper, like you're saying, they've got a goalkeeper in there who is a new.
It's
goalkeeper.
Like they had mentally lost the game even before we started.
But that's what we're saying. That it comes back to the coach because, for instance, you know that if this is Mourinho even handling the Chelsea team, he knows that Stefan, the goalkeeper for Man City, is being called into a big game. He will fumble at a point. So you have to put the pressure on him by hitting shots when he's not, and you can get a goal. The first instance of this, and I talked to even the game. Look, the first instance was that a whole His own player passed him and he picked it up with his hand, indirect kick. It tells you that the guy is not there. So can you disturb him with a shot? No. Anytime Timo Werner gets the ball, he's standing, he goes to. I don't know what's happening. So I don't know what they have told them, what they have done. I don't know. Let me come.
Good. I don't know why the players. Is it that they forget? They don't
forget.
Where to go or what? Because
Missy,
always
football
playing backwards. I don't get it.
Missy, football is a rhythm. Okay, it's a rhythm, and you go for training. You go for training for a reason. You only come onto the pitch to do what you have been doing in training. You don't do so. You don't something that's far away. If a coach has told you to shoot, if a team has been working on when they get the ball around the 18-yard box, it's a free shoot. You see them shooting. It will surprise you when another coach takes over this Chelsea team. That's when you understand that it is true. It was really poor. For those who still don't believe Lampard is poor, when another coach takes over, the play will change. Samuel, what's your take on the game? Let's go to Samuel.
Yeah, good evening to you all, and as well, Happy New Year to you guys as well.
Yes, Happy New Year.
Chelsea lose today. I think Lampard is to be blamed at all. Lampard is definitely to be blamed. You know, especially with, I think, of his first change, I was really, really like praised with Lampard because I didn't really understand why Lampard should just bring in a certain Billy Gilmore to the game, whilst you know our possession has just been, I think, overtaken by Man City. Because looking at how Man City was playing today, they really overtook our midfield completely. You said it. See how Kunogan was really playing today. He was all over the field. Yeah. I think, and with our first two goals, I think look at how our first Man City first two goals came in. I think Thiago Silva at some point should also be blamed. I don't know if really you saw the first two goals very well.
Yeah, I think maybe Eben. Yeah, well, I think maybe Eben will understand what I'm saying. That when you play against a striker, when you in a defensive setup, playing against a striker, it's easy for you to play. When your strikers are defined, it is easy. But when it's a false nine system, the guy who is going to score may end up making a late run. And we should thank God that these are the days of Man City with Leroy Sané. Look, that this is the kind of game for Leroy Sané. Those 8 goals. Because the guy you are chasing is not the guy who scored the goal. And when you leave him, there are going to be a lot of runs in. So those running in thing, if you are not properly set up and you don't have a manager who can read and say, okay, this guy stay. Because it wasn't clear that maybe Silva stay, Zuma stay in front, one of Kante or Kovacic stay back. It wasn't clear. But anytime they got the ball, there was a space between our defense and the midfield. And they passed the ball in the midfield and they shoot the ball. So for Thiago Silva and the rest, they had the final minute to react to things. You made a point like saying that, we didn't have our midfield wasn't working. Let's assume that Lampard agrees that our midfield cannot work against these guys. What do you do with people like Ziyech and Co? It means that you must send in the crosses faster. But Chelsea were rather slowing the game and allowing Man City to pack. Remember, today Man City attacked like Man City and defended like Stoke City. Because anytime they were defending, I could see about 6 men back with their overloads on the left and right because they knew that people like Chilwell would like to be going in. So today's game, Man City defended better than Chelsea, attacked better than Chelsea, controlled the ball better, which should not be happening when 2 top 6 sides meet. It should tell you the difference. I watched Manchester United versus Aston Villa very well. And that's how come I appreciated Manchester United well, because I realized that Aston Villa were playing at such a level and Manchester United still found that way, even though they had 1 or 2. They say you make your own luck. They had a few calls here and there that helped them. But look, it was head-to-head. Teams like Aston Villa are playing. Teams like Everton are playing. Teams like Leicester are playing. West Ham are playing. Look, in terms of our attack, our readiness, the way we control games, we are far back in the Premier League. We are far back. And so Samuel, I understand your point, but clearly Lampard didn't read any of those lines. I don't know what he was thinking about. And his changes, if we are going to deal with them one by one, it's a problem. The changes is a problem. I'm not sure. The first two, he brought in what? Gilmore and... So what was Gilmore coming to do? Because I think it was the year she took off. Yes. What was Gilmore come to do?
I don't really know Gilmore's job, what he came in to do.
Well, maybe he thought that maybe he thought that no, Kante was having a yellow card, so he was afraid of losing 1-1. You understand? Because
Tackles.
at that point in time, Man City were still controlling the game, and then Kante in terms of that, you go and then foul, and then any yellow card can come. So I think that it is because Kante was having a yellow card, that is why he took him off. But I don't know. See, with Mendy issue, I have a concern. That is when Kepa came in. Kepa performed well on that side, though he considered good, but he performed well. Then Frank Lampard comes in, then everything is lost. I wouldn't say Frank Lampard, but the goalkeeper's training. There's something wrong that we should check, because all of a sudden the case that we were jubilating about, it has become something else. The goals going up and down.
And he's making mistakes identical to what Kepa was making. Yeah.
What? The second goal, I don't know how the goal was able to enter the net. I thought this one is something simple for Mendy to take it off. And then when I realized it was inside the post, I was very shocked. What is happening? Kepa is here again. No, there's something wrong with the whole team. It's maybe lack of confidence, and then the inability or the inability of the coach to change tactics and then information or formation on the pitch. That is what is lacking. That is why we are not performing.
Well,
it is very appalling.
Daniel Wagonga is joining us from Canada. Thank you very much for joining us. He's watching us on YouTube. We've got quite a number of guys doing so as well. Hello to all of you watching us on YouTube. Let me come to Papa Kwesi Kwanzaa. Papa Kwesi, we haven't heard from you. Tell me, what were your problems of this game? What did you expect to be done better, and what wasn't done well?
Oh yeah, I watched the game very carefully, and as I've been saying, the only problem we have is Lampard, because we have the players. When you encourage them, you boost their confidence, they'll be able to deliver. But Lampard, I don't know what is preventing Lampard to. I mean, because as I speak to you now, Timo Werner has lost confidence. The Timo Werner, we know him at RB Leipzig. He has lost confidence. So you need a coach, an experienced coach that can boost their confidence. That would encourage them to put up their maximum best. This is not the kind of coach you have. I mean, Lampard doesn't have that flair. That's experience. Since the beginning of this season, I've been telling my friends that the only is Lampard. We need an experienced coach who can manage the players well, put on a good tactics, because you can't play 4-3-3. The 4-3-3, I mean, how can you play City with 4-3-3? We have players, you have all the players that can put up a good game. So why do you have to play 4-3-3? And see, I don't know why he's always playing Mount. You see, Mount has been playing all the games since this season started. Even when he flops, Lampard will still manage to put him inside. So what is preventing Lampard to drop Mount maybe for one game to see best he can put out the other game? So I don't know. I don't have much to say, but I'm really disappointed this evening. Well, really, really disappointed. If that's what we are going to see the next couple of games, then I think we shouldn't even think of qualifying for Europa League, because I was sad this evening, very, very sad this evening. And the way my friends are trolling me and stuff, Charlie.
It's normal. They're trolling there, you guys. You know the kind of trolling I'm getting. Go and check my Facebook page. I've got about 400 comments. It's normal. So the trolling there is normal. So
it's very sad. I was very sad.
That's why when you get the chance, you have to also troll them. So it's part of the game, Yeah. Before I could read, I saw 236 messages. I want to read them. I'm sure by now it's gone to about 700. It's okay. Let's look at it this way. Like you made the point about it. Like, you see, I'm tired of saying now. I'm tired of saying, "Oh, Lampard should have used this guy, not this guy." Lampard has used everybody, including today when I saw a lot of Chelsea fans say, "Yeah, the golden three, He has used everybody. The problem is, you must win football game based on tactics. Sometimes I don't want to behave like I'm coach, I've handled some Man U or some Chelsea to win some trophies. But look, it's clear that we are struggling with a pattern. And I'm not the only one saying it. People who have played the football before are saying that they don't know what Chelsea is playing. Everybody is saying they don't know. And the opponent today says that they didn't need to do anything. They just were waiting for Chelsea.
I know.
And there was no threats.
I know what Chelsea is playing. I'm aware of what Chelsea is playing.
What is Chelsea playing?
Chelsea is playing pass.
Yeah, maybe pass. Just passing the ball around because
that's what we are doing. We are playing pass.
With no intent, just passing the. In fact, the Chelsea passes, and I don't know if any of you have time and go and watch.
I think when it comes to a beautiful game, Chelsea has the players. I mean, Chelsea can deliver because when we look at our previous matches that we have played, Chelsea almost control the games, but we lack the ability to shoot. I think that past tactics is the wings. You always use the wings. The wings are not helping us, so you need to change your tactics. You have a player who can shoot. I've been watching.
Papa Kwesi, even if
are
you
you
want to use
sure?
the wings, if you want to use the wings, see,
Papa Kwesi, the wings are not helping us. Even if you want to depend on wings.
Yeah, no. Your wings can help you. If you want to use the wings, you have to play faster. You have to move the ball faster. Your people are slowing the ball when they have it. They think that everybody's good, and that's why the Man City defense line were just standing. They just stand for you. You pass, you hit their leg, and you take it away.
Fine, you know the problem is coming from the players' end. So what is the coach doing about it? Because that is where you can. I mean, you can manage.
Now let's talk about the coach. I think that is the main discussion. We are going to the coach right now. Now, before we do that, it's important to note
that is just clueless. Lampard is just clueless. He just has to go.
It's important to note that.
Oh yes,
he just has to go. I'm surprised. He hasn't resigned. I'm surprised he hasn't resigned.
Okay, wait. Let me mention three things before we get to the discussion of the coach. Now, point number one, Lampard is the worst performing manager under Abramovich, and he is at the moment falling below what Andre Villas-Boas did. That means that this is like very, very stinking. This is so bad. That's the first point. It is so bad. Now, I've seen a lot of people say that Lampard, Ole, and Arteta are all the same, But I just try to explain to them this evening, including some of my very good friends in the BBC.
No.
They've come to tell me that, I should keep faith, it's going to be fine. I just told them that what you guys are failing to understand. And if you have watched Goldberg and Simon Johnson have hinted already that the Chelsea board are discussing something. And I said, Chelsea has not got that same administrative fabric that Arsenal and Manchester United have. In fact, it is Manchester United and Arsenal who are learning from Chelsea how to sack coaches when they can't do it. They are learning. Chelsea are the kingpins of sacking coaches when they can't do it. So Lampard should be very, and I'm sure Lampard knows this because when he was a player, I'm sure he probably worked about 6 or 7 coaches in the period before we won the Champions League, and he knows this whole fabric thing. If you're not doing well at Chelsea and you can't produce the results, it's a very, very simple thing. We don't pull it too long. The kind of results that Lampard has had over the matches that he has played is one that is going to call on Granovskaya and co to sit down, and they will come up with a statement very soon and say, Papo they scored. Because I saw in the 3 things that Simon Johnson noted that one, his inability to use the top signings that have been brought is a huge concern for the board. Number 2, the results that the team has churned and they mentioned over the last 8 games, which is critical. They have even added the first win before we started losing. So it means that over the 8 games, they have realized that things are not as much as we. And they are saying that, and that's news to me, saying that there is friction between Lampard and some of the players. Now that's a new one for me. I thought he had all the players on.
I will not be
friction. So these are the 3 things. Yeah, so these are the 3 things, and
surprised, George. I will not be surprised. I was
gonna. Yeah.
Are we not sure there's something going on between Lampard and
That's what they have reported now. So we are waiting.
Giroud.
Let's see. Don't be surprised. If you wake up in the morning or Chelsea, Lampard is not the coach before the next game against Fulham, shouldn't surprise.
I won't be surprised.
Okay, so now let's talk about Lampard. There are 2 options. If Chelsea decide to go the way of let us keep him. No, let's say Chelsea say that let us keep him. Maybe Chelsea board say that let us keep him. It is a sacrifice we have to make to get a coach who can take us through because Lampard has to go in. And remember that Lampard's record at Chelsea is not bad. took us to the top 4 without the has got players, attracted players, and all of that. Even what would be your advice to the board if they decide that they want to stick with Lampard?
If they want to do what?
If they want to stick with Lampard,
what do you have to stick with Lampard? What has he done?
You'll be surprised. Don't say you won't stick with Lampard because
no, almost sacring them. But
No, that if
Lampard is being sacked. He should be sacked.
Unless the board itself does not have any plan for this season. Unless the board themselves they do not have any goal, any set out goal to achieve. That way, then they can decide to let's take with Lampard.
You know, I'm trying to think like a board member.
Because I don't know why to keep him. Why do still keep him?
I'm trying to think like a Chelsea board member. The first thing they'll say is,
unless the board has no aim.
Oh, the board will say first. The first argument for Lampard at the board level will be that we have the guy managed to take you to the Champions League last season. Number 2,
and so
you have given the chance to buy players, and they will say that. So let's do with the point for the board first. Let's do with the point for Lampard. They will say that you have seen Arteta and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer suffer the same way and manage to turn things around. Why would you not? But that will be the argument. But the Chelsea argument is that how much time do we have when we have spent more than everybody in this transfer season, and we are probably what's going on because the way we balance our books, the balancing of Chelsea's books, what gave us the profits last year or this year? Yeah, let me say last year was the fact that we qualified for Champions League, and so the money came in and it went up. So the board are really looking at Chelsea at least making the quarterfinals. That's the limit for the books to balance.
No, you see,
that would be the argument for sacking him.
Fine, good. Okay, if they are comparing him to, let's say, Solskjaer, what does he do? He loses. He realizes that he's on the verge of being sacked. The next game, he delivers. No matter what he does, he delivers the results. So if you are comparing Lampard's play or whatever Man U is doing with Ole Gunnar to say that's okay, let's stick with him. What has Lampard done so far? He is clueless. He has no plan. He has no idea. He's confused. So what are we sticking with? Man U can lose, and we all know that maybe the next game is Ole Gunnar's last game. But then miracles will happen, and then they will deliver. They will win. Yes. So you cannot compare what Lampard is doing now to Solskjaer or to Arteta. You just can't. It's neither here nor there. Unless maybe Lampard has a sort of protection on the board. I don't know why they will keep him. If you compare him to Ole Gunnar, in fact, maybe anywhere.
Even beyond that, this season alone, Lampard we have bought 8 players for Lampard, a new set of team.
Yes.
Solskjaer only was about 2 or 3 players, and he's delivering. You can't compare Solskjaer to Lampard. Like, we're working in an institution, and we have been provided the tools. So if you're not delivering, then it means you're incompetent. Because you have asked for tools, you have been giving the tools, the necessary equipment, everything you need. Yet you are not delivering. So it means you are incompetent. You can't handle it.
Yes. How do we compare you to someone who does not have the tools and is failing?
Yes.
We can't.
How many players? 8 players in the season. Which other team has spent over $250 million for players alone? And you requested for those players.
All of a sudden, your keeper who was keeping clean sheet after clean sheet after clean sheet. All of a sudden, a keeper who was keeping clean sheet after clean sheet has started conceding, and you have not done anything. You have not identified any problem. You've not solved any problem, and that clean sheet keeper is now conceding every game.
Every
and
game.
you want us to
okay, so going forward, what's the verdict? So the verdict here is Lampard out. Everybody.
Lampard should just go.
Simple. Unless maybe the board is protecting him, because maybe
that is what I suspect.
Maybe he's an English, so they want to give him some time.
Because the English press, of course, is protecting him. So Lampard has a protection somewhere. Otherwise, he should be gone.
Even Conte was able to win the cup for us,
and we still sacked him. So what are you talking about?
Was sacked.
How can we?
Okay,
Lampard.
You can't be just breaking our hearts just like that and then
because
it's too much.
he gave us, or he was sustaining us to the Champions League.
Champions League,
There's somebody who won Champions League, but was stuck. Somebody who won EPL and the next cup, who was stuck.
Yes.
Mr. George.
Yes,
for me, I think if
who's speaking? Okay, yeah. Let's hear from Roland. Roland, please go ahead.
Yeah, please, may I think, with my opinion, if Lampard is not sacked by the end of the season, we might end up not even qualifying for the Europa League, because how he play his ball, his tactics doesn't match the players we are having at the moment. So I think if he will be the main man, then he should work on his tactics with the players available. That's what I have.
Okay, that's your point. So this is like a Lampard out thing, right?
Oh, sure. Frank Lampard should be, because his tactics is not helping the players that he bought. To be honest with you, it is the tactics that is not helping the players. Not the players.
Exactly. It's not the players.
Are not favoring the players. That is a problem, because we know that Timo Werner is to just give him the ball with space and then he will run. But this one, we are doing pass. He is not having the space to run.
Yeah.
It doesn't favor him. Even Pulisic that we are talking about, he needs space to run after defenders and then create spaces. He too is not having it. The passing up and down, you are not even creating chances. You are not shooting. This is not Chelsea. Frank Lampard and then Makabala, they will be shooting 25 yards, 35 yards. Look at what Chelsea is doing. Even Barcelona nowadays have been shooting. We are doing pass, even in front of the penalty box of opponents. It is the tactics that is not helping. So the best thing for us to do now is we are not the board, but the best thing for the board to do is to sack Frank Lampard today.
I think the fans we should start piling pressure on the board. I think the fans all over, we should start piling pressure on the board.
If not,
it
might not end up
we have to scream. We have to scream louder, because we've had it.
Okay, all right.
Tired of it.
Okay, but my question for all of you is that your point for saying that should be sacked is that you think that he has so much material at his disposal compared to what Arteta and what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has. That's what you're saying.
Exactly.
Okay, but there's an inkling that the board may just give him some more time.
And no,
so
is Lampard building?
We'll go to relegation and then we'll start.
It feels like the board will give some more time. It feels like the board will give some more time. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
It looks like.
Okay, they should give him time. And then we'll go to relegation with him. Then we'll go and start again. We'll go and build up.
So is he going to be given a time to build a team, or for what purpose? Please, I'm saying that
you made your point. Okay.
You're in the.
I get what you're saying. Let's come to FYS.
You're in the Champions League.
Yes, I get you.
Is it now the time that you have to think of building a team?
FYS has joined us. FYS, thank you very much for joining us. You joined us late. Have you gone off? Oh, okay, he's gone off. I was just about asking him, what's up. So well. Okay. So this is what we've got. Let's just try and wrap this up, because basically this is what it is. I think we'll just keep the window in here. Now I think we'll do some more lives this week, whether they are games or not, based on how the Lampard situation goes. So it's something that we're going to be looking out for as we go through the week, because I think it's going to be a very hot one. It's going to be a very hot one as we go through it. So let's see how it all pans out. But I just say thank you to everybody. Charlie, it's been a very sad day, very poor day from the team. Hopefully things can only get better going up there. We've got some time in between, and of course we also have a preview to the next game. So let me say thank you to everybody for coming and joining us. We'll continue to see what happens, but just get ready. Know that once there's a major decision that's going to be alive, and then we'll give the chance to talk about everything that we've done, right? So thank you very much for your time. Happy New Year. We wish you the very best this year. And we wish that Chelsea will do what they have to do as we go forward, right? Okay, so please take care.
Yeah, sure.
Take care. All right.